Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to continuing coverage of the 2022 IWWF World Wakeboard Championships. We got Fumat here.
Hi, Tony. How are you doing? Fine?
I'm doing pretty good. And weather is looking fairly decent as well, aside from the wind, of course, but that's something that we're going to have to deal with during the course of the scheduled events. We got heats 1 through 4 of the junior men's quarterfinals. We got 19 riders altogether, and from those 19 riders, we're going to eliminate it down to 12 to constitute the semifinals for the junior men's competition. So we got plenty of riding ahead of us, and it all gets started in the next few moments.
Yeah, it's going to be rad, as we seen in the days before in the qualifying junior man division is rocking. So let's see, there's plenty of country in a lot of Italians too. So can't wait to see, even if the condition isn't at their best. So let's hope everything is okay, and let's see a few more tricks from the junior man. And you know, the top 3 go to the semifinals, so it could be right for the show.
All right then, current temperature currently hovering around 31 degrees Celsius. The wind, as it stands right now, is blowing in from a little bit from the northwest, from about 16 kilometers an hour. And here is our list of 4 riders. We got Wanli Frederick of Germany. We got Pedro Gonzalez of Colombia. We've got Japan's Teiga Takamura and Filippo Chiarelli from Italia. So,
of course.
And 3 actually go through to the next round from this heat and from each of the remaining 3 heats. So the chances in this first one, because it's 4 riders, stands at what? A bit 75%? I
think around that. I don't calculate, but you know, it's pretty much so the top 3 goes to the semifinals. 3
out
from
of 4,
3 out of 5.
Yeah, 3 out of 4.
It's a good percentage, so that's why I'm expecting someone trying something for the semis, you know, a little more relaxed. So let's see.
We'll see how it all shapes out, and the action gets on top of the water in about the next 20 minutes. So for you folks that are watching from wherever you happen to be in the world, it's about 10:30 in the morning on the eastern seaboard of the United States of America. You can work out the other time zones, and we'll get that information to you as we get prepared for a start of 4:30 for the junior men's 4 heats of quarterfinals here at the 2022 IWWF World Wakeboard Championships, coming to you live from Borgo San Pietro, and brought to you by the Club Nautico Varco Sabino. Back in a few minutes. right then, and rejoining us just in time for the action here at the 2022 IWWF World Wakeboard Championships. The performances being pulled by Centurion Boats, the first of our riders, who we actually had in the commentary point a few hours ago, going through the Open Men's LCQ heats. That is Wanley Frederick of Germany, and taking his place in the announcer seat right here in the announcing position is Massimiliano. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, fantastic. Good to be here, Italy. It's nice weather, and excited to see what's going down right now for the junior man quarterfinals. This is going to be a pretty exciting quarterfinal to watch. All the boys are going to go head-to-head and kill each other pretty much. They're going to go heavy and try to secure their spot in the semifinals all tomorrow. I think top 3 riders are going to make it through out of this heat. And, yeah, it should be pretty fun.
All right, and we're about 5 minutes away from hooking up the line and tightening it up and sending our riders out. And you know the decision that they made to delay the start at 4:30. I was actually having my doubts a little bit whether that was going to be a wise decision or not. But the officials, I mean, the wind actually seems
they were trying to do their best, you know.
It's actually,
you can never predict.
You can never predict the weather. I mean, entirely. You know, even the best meteorologists in the world struggle. But it looks like the wind has died down a little bit to where it's somewhat manageable for the riders.
Yeah, wakeboarding, we're always in the hands of Mother Nature, so we kind of just stick to our plan most of the times.
All right, and our German contingent around the dockside area, just getting their rider situated. Wanley Fendrick of Germany. We've got 4 riders in this Heat 1. 3 of those riders would advance through to the semifinals in the junior men, which makes the percentage 75%. I'd like those odds.
Yeah, those odds are pretty good, and you know what? Like, those riders are gonna go in and get another reference points, a couple more reference points in the course, and they're gonna probably try to throw a couple of their tricks that they're gonna want to throw in their next round in the semifinals. So it's gonna be pretty fun. Junior men's always a fun division to watch. The boys got nothing to lose, and they're gonna go neck and neck and see who's gonna make it through out of this heat.
All right, on dockside there, we've got our TWBC camera operated by DJ Balsamico.
Yeah.
Shout out DJ Balsamico.
And in the boat there we got Jeremy right there with that camera. We've got the remote camera also in there, keeping an eye on our officials. We've also got John Waldron along the shore side picking up this imagery as that towboat makes its way out and begins its one of 2 ghost runs without the rider, so that everything is on the level. No one has an advantage by being first off the dock before the boats had a chance to go up and down. So that's why we ghost out a couple of runs, and then we take the first rider out, and everyone should have the same conditions.
Exactly. The guys are just trying to make sure that the boat is perfectly balanced and the wake doesn't curl over too much. We got a little bit of breeze out there, but doesn't matter. The guys are just, you know, willing to do anything to secure their spots into tomorrow's semifinals.
And picking 3 out of 4 or 5 is quite better than this morning with the open LCQ, and you have to just pick 1 out of 5. So
exactly.
Quite better for the show now.
75% odds, certainly better than 16.5%.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit breezy on the way down, so I am thinking, like, the way if I was in this competition, I would be trying to put down a little bit more of a chiller round going down and then try to step it up on the way back with the wind at my back. So we probably going to see some of the biggest tricks coming on the way back. So
yeah, that's where we found in the past days with the other qualification, and the pass number 2 have been quite better than the pass number 1 because of this.
So whilst the driver is doing his first of 2 ghost passes, what is he doing actually with the weight in the boat? I mean, is he trying to balance out the weight on the front and the back, you know, with the conditions being the way they are?
Yeah, basically, so we have, I think we have about 4 judges in there in the boat, and then we got a couple extra people, some cameramans and stuff. So we're trying to make sure that the boat is perfectly centered. So because if you have more weight on the right or more weight on the left, the wake is going to curl over. So you don't want none of that. You want the wake perfectly clear on both sides.
All right, so
almost ready. Nice view from the dock as we are used to. Only Frederick talking with his team captain from Germany. First rider of the first 8 junior men quarterfinals.
And you know, we're just stoking up the energy a little bit more. We've got Massey here with his fully armed with his can of Red Bull. Let's get up it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ready to enjoy this show coming on here soon, here shortly. Oh yeah, absolutely. We all been through it.
All right then, I got my can of Red Bull as well. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Where's mine? Sorry, where's mine?
Oh, you can go grab.
I'm joking.
I got it. Enjoy, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, Massey's going to get another bottle, another can of Red Bull, just making sure that every single one of us here is all jacked up.
He's doing it. Thanks, Massey.
Ah, there you go. Actually, my can of Red Bull's been out for a while, so it's a little warm, but that's fine. I'm not going to get Massey over there to get me another can of Red Bull for crying out loud, but cheers, everyone. Make sure you get your can of Red Bull at the ready, your favorite beverage, your favorite chair, or your favorite webcast. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir, and we are ready to get this quarterfinal started.
Yeah, I can hear in the headphones the roaring of the Centurion boat, so this means
it's game on.
Yeah, a few seconds, and we'll be there with Wanley Frederick from Germany, first rider, junior man, wakeboard quarterfinals.
And seems to be setting up the boat pretty slow off that turn. It doesn't seem to be in a rush to get to the course. But let's have a look and see. With the call on pass number 1, Massey, take it away.
Right on, right on.
Oh, that board is bouncing around all over the show.
Switching the board around. Coming in hillside. What's he got? Oh,
Ooh.
Hillside frontside 3 with a little stay.
Oh, no,
my God.
no! One goes
No
down.
way.
Oh, my word.
That's what we were talking about.
This is so unfortunate. You know, maybe a little bit of nerves and stuff, and try to, like, you know, probably go a little bit quicker to try to set up for the next trick. And unfortunately, with that,
actually tried to put a bit of a grab on that opening move.
yeah, it was a frontside 3. Tried to get a late stalefish grab. Probably not as clean it as he wanted it, but then he was like, oh, I'm probably going to have to make up some time to get into the next trick, and kind of dig the edge a little bit too much on his way out. Super unfortunate, but...
So at this point in the proceedings, you know that the waves out there are pretty bumpy. You've still got a good portion of your first run that you can attempt some moves on, you know, and then you got the second pass. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of conflicting ideas and schemes and tactics going on in his mind right now. Which one would you plump for?
I would, honestly, I would be in a way to, like, kind of like after this, I would try to, like, slow things down. Just because, you know what I mean? Like, I took off, you know, maybe didn't have the best takeoff and did the trick as well as I wanted to, but not trying to rush. Take it trick by trick and just kind of, you know, just try to stay on my feet and come home dry.
So come on, Wanley, our friend from this morning, helping us.
Yeah, it's always tough being the first rider, too. All right, there we go. Tail front roll, landing a little bit on top of the second wake, but it's all good. Hillside, backside 360. Switching that board around. So coming in, switch right now.
We just missed the view from the screen.
I think it might have been a cab 540. I'm not too sure.
Let's check from the replay. Hoping this is the front roll.
Yeah, grabbing
after
that
the
board
fall.
tail, but yeah, it looks a little bit rough out there. So
certainly is. It's quite bumpy.
The first spin. Here he comes.
That was bat 3 right there.
And then, yeah, switching it up. So maybe it's been the cab
and
for.
then cab
Here it comes.
540. Yeah,
Yeah.
nose grab. Yeah, pretty clean. So.
All right.
All right.
Right, he's past the performance zone for pass number 1. Here he comes, pass number 2.
All right, coming in toe side. There's the dum-dum.
Nice.
Oh,
Sticking it nice and clean right now.
Because there's a tailwind, he's going to have to deal with slack in the line as he lands a good portion of these moves.
Now going for the tantrum
Huge.
line.
Let's
Trying to
see.
step it up on the second pass. Back on his toes. Toe side back roll.
Let's see if he's got something really big to close out his moves. There's
Toe
a
5, nice.
Yeah, switch toe
Switch to
5.
5.
And there is the cab 7, just
Yo.
barely missing the handle.
So big.
Oh my God.
Sorry about that, Wenley. Well done so far.
Yeah,
Let's see the
Wenley.
replay once again of the
Yeah, on
pass
that-
number 2.
On that heel 7, he should have almost went and grabbed and snatched that handle. It's a little bit harder to land funny wrap, and that actually gives you a little bit more points, but it's kind of tough in these conditions when he's bumpy. You got to really be super precise and land on that downside of that tranny.
Look at the
So
tantrum to blind. Nice.
nice. I like that that one. Very stylish and very smoothly landed, especially out in the flats out there. Although by saying flats, I think we're probably not describing the conditions too well in that instance.
Exactly. It's kind of challenging out there, but you know the conditions are the same for everybody. So it's all about timing and all about looking at the wake and try to figure out when is the best time to go and hit that Centurion wake.
And certainly Wanley there in no mood to play Santa Claus after that fall on pass number 1. He basically locked down all of his moves on the remainder of pass number 1 and for a good portion of pass number 2. So he stood up both. You know, he was determined. He really came through in the clutch, and now it's down to the remaining 3 to see who's going to make it through.
Yeah, it's super tough always being the first rider, because if you have somebody in front of you that you can see and kind of plan your run and just kind of use him as a reference, but it can also turn around, because if the first rider goes out and kill, it can give you a lot more pressure. So.
All right, so it's up to Pedro Gonzalez from Colombia, rider number 2 of this first 8 junior men quarterfinals. So let's see. Not a bad run so far for Wanley, despite the 2 falls. Some good tricks from Wanley. Let's see, Pedro, come on.
Let's see what he has. He's working that boat speed. Maybe he's decided to change it up a little bit higher. All right, Massey, what you got?
All right, he's coming in toe side. He's got a scarecrow.
Oh, even that was a little sketch.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a double up on that one. Hillside 3. You can even see from our camera angle how bumpy it is.
Yeah.
There is the cab 5, and unfortunately missing the handle. And going down on his 3rd trick.
Now, obviously, the advice given by the team entourage is certainly playing its role here. So, knowing that 3 out of the 4 make it through, you don't necessarily have to beat the top rider. You just have to be in the top 3.
Exactly. So, this a lot of strategy is going to come through in this a little bit. So if you feel like, on the first pass you're starting to kill and starting putting down some tricks, and you feel like you're almost through already, then you can step it up on the second pass. But if you unfortunately go down on the first pass, it's kind of a little bit of a nerve-wracking situation where you're going to have to put everything behind and just kind of move on forward and pull out all the heavy tricks to make it in.
Wow.
All right, so let's wait again for Pedro Gonzalez to be rescued and go on with the pass number 1. We are quite in the middle. So let's see, room for at least one more trick, maybe.
And I'm seeing a lot of difference in the driving styles of our drivers. I noticed a little bit with Cyril. I believe he's the other driver. He actually takes takes time to actually realize that the boat needs to be on an acceleration curve, and if he takes the rider from an angle, that he can actually achieve that a little bit sooner.
Yeah, you could try to give the riders a little bit more time to squeeze another one in, and we see him how he did an Indy tantrum after he fell to get back up and running. So now the wind is going to be with his favor, so behind him. So let's see what he's going to throw down.
All right, so this is Pedro. That's not Pedro. The guy on the dock is Tiago Takamura, and you know, he's probably thinking a little bit in terms of strategy, what he wants to throw out there, what's safe, what needs to be required out of his high-risk bag. And Massi taking away pass number 2.
All right, coming in hillside, Indy back roll.
Needs to be careful here.
There's a
and loses
going
the
down on the cap 5 again, unfortunately.
Oh, my word.
Let's see from the replay what's happened after the nice Indy back roll as the first trick. Pass number 2 for Pedro Gonzalez.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of made a bit the same mistake as he did on the way there. Just kind of rushed it a little bit. Didn't really secure the handle. That handle got super far away right away. So, unfortunately,
he was looking to grab on Taylor nose. Maybe
unfortunately not what he wanted. And
at the moment there, Pedro Gonzalez is playing Santa Claus at the moment because he's gifting the other riders right now.
I don't think that will be enough to beat Winley. So
let's see the other 2 riders coming next from Japan, Mr. Taiga Takamura.
Well, this is what I'm excited about. Let's talk about these Japanese riders. These Japanese riders, you don't see them very often. You might see some clips on the web, but these guys are absolutely beasts. Like, this kid started off the whole junior contest the other day, ended up with a toe 9, back 7, front put down some heavy tricks. So I'm always stoked to see the Japanese rider. They go so huge and they go hard and they don't care. No matter how the conditions are, they just send it. So pretty excited to watch this kid ride.
Okay, and you just saw the score flash up, 45.44 for Wanli Fendrick of Germany, and that's basically going to be the mark. So anyone that gets above that immediately puts themselves through to the next round of the competition. 3 out of 4 in this heat number 1 advance.
All right. That Centurion's making his way around towards the course.
A lot of support from the shore, a lot of people here, so you can watch the broadcast, you can come here live, meeting us. So let's see now, Taiga Takamura from Japan, starting right now.
There we go, Taiga coming in hillside. Oh yeah, Indy Tanny, getting a nice solid grab on that. You can see how much that board is bumping right there. There you go,
there's the bat wing.
Landed nice and far from the wake right there.
Buoy kind of getting a little bit in his way there before he takes a hit this wake, and looks like,
wow.
Oh,
nice
hillside 5. Yeah, it looks choppy out there. And there's a dum-dum. You know, you see how those Japanese bend their legs. They go nice, they squat nice and low, and they're able to get them around. That was super awesome to watch. That was a clean pass, and definitely planned it out right. So pretty excited to see what he's got coming back.
And just look at the amount that he's had to work with his knees, you know, just to keep the board on edge, you know, because we've seen at least a couple of instances over the last few days where riders are actually struggling to even make the turn and to keep the board on an edge and keep traction. Look at this.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
540.
Nice,
Slipping to grab a little bit on that, but it's all good. That's the toughest part of the course right there.
All right, we're going to see the last of his moves on the instant replay, then cut immediately to pass number 2. Oh, look at that.
Nice, starting off with a front mob. Coming in toe side. Oh, early grab. It was a
The chromo.
stale fish chromo, which is kind of harder because when you go stale fish chromo, you're going to have to grab with the right hand and then go ahead and pass the handle and then go 360. So it's not like a nose grab chromo when you take off, grab with one hand, and then that right hand holds the handle the whole time. So he actually had to make a handle pass. Look at this. He comes on, stale fish, chromo. Unfortunately going down.
And the handle pass is at the very end.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's wait. Again, Taiga Takamura from Japan to get rescued. We got a few more tricks to see.
And you know, in amongst what we're seeing here, we're also keeping an eye on what's possibly going on a few miles, a few kilometers out of here, because we actually have an Italian Air Force seaplane coming in and scooping up water to douse a forest fire not too far away, and the pilot of that plane actually is actually very conscientious of actually landing that plane on the water quite far away from our riders.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we need some rain out here. It's been hot, and I think there might be some fire somewhere around. So here we go. Taiga coming back in. KGB. There we go. Nice and clean. Whatever he wants.
Slaps that board down. You could hear that.
Here he comes.
Going back for the Crow 5. And unfortunately going down.
All right.
Second fall, unfortunately for Taiga Takamura on this Crow 5.
But that surely should be enough to get him through to tomorrow. Absolutely. Putting down a couple good tricks right there. Look at that KGB. And
he needs at least 45, so.
Yep, so anything more than 45 for 4 at the very least would definitely put him above Wanley Frederick at this point. We're waiting on the score for Pedro Gonzalez, the confirmed mark there, as we go to our very last competitor from Italia.
There we go.
We know him very well, so come on, Filo.
We got the homie, Filo Chiarelli, about to go down. This kid rides like a beast. He's basically already a pro. Like, he's riding like really good, and already 2 days ago did a switch melon frumbo blended funny wrap that I haven't really seen that many people do it. I think we can probably count on a hand the people that can do that trick. So definitely got big tricks, big style, and I'm pretty excited to watch him ride right now.
All right. So come on, Filo. Here we go.
Let's go. Big support from our Italian team on the dock, pumping him up.
All right.
Still waiting on scores for Pedro Gonzalez and Taiga Takamura. We got Filippo Chiarelli.
Yeah, Filippo Chiarelli. Yes, sir. My prediction right now, I think Taiga's in first place and then Wenley in second. So we'll see how it is, but I cannot call it yet.
So all the juniors are waiting to ride from this morning, so they are pretty excited just to show something they wanted to ride.
They want to go. They want to get out there.
They don't want to wait. All right, so come on, Filippo.
Here we go. Filo coming in, thinking to go toe side right away.
Yeah,
Batwing, toe back 3.
Ooh. High
Get a
risk
little
move.
Manny right there. KGB, there we go. Switching that board around. Switch Cabral. There we go, coming in switch toe side. Oh no, coming in. Yeah, switch toe side right now. Switch toe 7.
Toe 7.
Going down, trying to go toe 7 against the wind.
Too bad about that.
Take a quick crash.
Quite good run so far for Filippo Chiarelli. Here it comes from the replay. Nice battery in 360 just to start.
Yeah, and then coming back, this KGB.
Here it comes. Nice handle pass.
Okay, we saw the score flash up 16-2-2 for Gonzalez, Pedro Gonzalez. So anything more than that, we'll see these riders through.
Alpha Cabral.
Yeah. Switching that board around here. He actually does this trick super sick. He goes switch toe side, 540, and then he over-wraps to 7, but in this tough condition, it's so hard, so he went with the switch toe 7. Didn't get the best takeoff he wanted to, and then unfortunately landing a little bit further out from that transition out that wake and going down, but...
And after that, we could have seen the 9 maybe.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. He does switch toe 10s like nothing. This kid is a freak.
All right, so come on. Again, Filippo Chiarelli. We got no more room for any other trick for pass number 1, of course, and then let's wait for pass number 2. Let's rock and roll, Philo.
Yes, sir. Everybody, come on. We got Italy on the water. We want some noise, guys. We want some noise.
Yep, yes, he's certainly going to get it. Filippo Chiarelli making that turn on the end of pass number 1, and now waiting for that towboat to accelerate up.
Nice view from here from the Lago del Salto.
Yes, and just around the corner, just
right
behind
place
that
to
rock,
be this week, yeah,
is the dam that created this facility, but way back in 1940.
Yep. Yeah, here we come again. Come on, Philo.
Here we go, starting off hillside. Indy back 3, off axis. Switching his board around. What's he gonna do? Switch front to fakie.
Yeah.
Now coming in on his toes. What's he gonna do? There's the toes.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. Going over the head a little bit.
It's amazing that he has that kind of contingency.
Switch to 7 into a switch heel 7. Funny wrap.
Come on, Philo, one more.
He's gonna go wrap regular.
That's 9. That's 9.
No, he's gonna go wrap front 7 or wrap front 9. Oh, he's
Here
going
he
wrap front 9.
Oh.
Going down on the hillside wrap front 9. So he went switch toe 7 into a cab 7 into a wrap hillside frontside 9. Unfortunately, going down, but.
Super run, Filippo Chiarelli. Well done, Philo.
2 7s on his pass, so that's surely gonna get through. I think he's gonna get him the top spot, so he's gonna be looking pretty good for tomorrow.
And I mean, at this point in the proceedings, he knows that he's probably through to the next round. That's a given. But he's concerned about how his seeding is going to be out of this round, because if he comes out of this round with the top seed, then he doesn't have to meet up with the second seed, because they'll be split off between between the 2 heats that represent the semifinals, right?
And on top of that, if you have a higher seed, then tomorrow he's not going to get to go until later, so he's going to get the pleasure to watch a couple of his other riders before him, so he can kind of a little bit plan it a little bit more strategic. Look at this wrap heel 9 right here, holding on the wrap handle. Didn't get the grab, but going perfectly heel 9 and I think it just landed right by a wave, and the wave just hit the nose of his board, but that was perfect. So.
All right, so super run from Filippo Chiarelli. First heat, junior man wakeboard quarterfinals starting right now. We're heat number 2. We got Leonardo Steiner from Italy, Luke Scaffidi from Australia, Julian Zebedee from Ireland, Cody Honeycutt from United States, closing with Camille Charot from France.
Yeah, this is another heat that I'm pretty excited to watch. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Leo, starting off from Italy, pretty excited. Made it through from the LCQ yesterday, so that's why he's going first off the dock right now. Give it up for Leo Steiner. Let's go, Leo!
Yes, and there's still a lot of talk out of that LCQ, you know, with Leonardo Steiner, and you know, with that whole business yesterday. And I think now here's his opportunity to prove that this is where he belongs.
Totally. I'll let Fumats take the word from here, because he knows Leo pretty good. He's one of our homies, so I'm excited to see what he's going to throw down.
He rode well yesterday for the LCQ, you know. So let's see what's showing us today for the quarterfinals. So come on, Leo.
Still 3 free riders to advance out of heat number 2, which is a 50% chance.
All right, let's rock and roll. Coming inside for the tantrum, of course. Nice one. And again on the toe side, cut. Nice front roll. Building it up.
Look at this.
All right. Inside, the back roll.
Oh, smooth as you like, using that downslope. Very, very efficient.
Yeah, he's enjoying his riding so far. And a little
Casey
too
in
in
the
a
top.
hurry on this toe fight. What do you think, Marcy?
Yeah, he just came in and didn't get the perfect takeoff, so he just slipped the handle. But it was looking good until then. Everything was pretty smooth. Definitely one of the only riders that really like perfectly landing on that transition a little bit.
Yeah.
So just looking here, just trying to ease himself into the wake there and
Clean back roll, too.
smooth. I mean, the exit out of that back roll was as smooth as you like. And then he comes into the wake on this one and he cases the opposing wake there with the
You got some problem in the takeoff,
Yeah,
with the nose of the board.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, one thing I haven't touched upon with you, and I mean, this is going to be especially true because of the injury that you're carrying into this event that's precluding you from actually competing. But what kind of things are the top riders doing? Let's just say in the off season to prepare themselves for a long summer season to come afterwards. Is it strength training, plyometrics, that kind of stuff? They're working more on flexibility or more strength?
I think it's a little bit of a combination of both. You know what I mean? It's just obviously you need some strength, but also some flexibility. I've been actually going to yoga quite a bit, and that's something that is really good to get the body, loosen up and feel good. So big old tail grab right there, poking it out. But yeah, obviously in the off season, like all the competition stuff just kind of slows down, so everybody gets to enjoy a lot more their riding, go out there and kind of do a little bit more whatever they want, and then totally do some strength is definitely important to get some muscles on the legs and the arms and the shoulders, and then on top of that, flexibility is super important. So
and certainly having flexibility in those knees, especially for dealing with stuff like this, probably helps.
Absolutely, absolutely. Those are some of the most scary situations when it's really bumpy and you might land on other wakes.
All right, let's go. Pass number 2, your style. This is a toe back roll. Yeah, one-handed. Here he is, nice 3 off axis. Come on, Leo. Once again on the toe side cut. Let's see. And here it is at 540.
That he wanted.
Yeah, redemption trick. Yeah, keep it in his switch. Nice switch cat roll.
Almost hit the
super
buoy.
close to the
Very close
buoy,
to the
but here we
buoy.
go.
We'll see him in the semifinals, but I tell you what, that tantrum to start off with, that must have taken a Herculean effort to make that happen.
Man, I'm just super stoked for Leo because, maybe those are not some of the heaviest tricks that we've seen already, but, he just went out slowly, steady, planned it out right, and actually just, did a build-up on his run, and then ending it up with a switch Tootsie.
Yeah.
Not that many people can do a switch Tootsie, man. That's pretty technical, and I'm really pumped for Leo. So, yeah, he showcased his riding for sure.
We can see the switch Tootsie from the replay. Maybe is already gone. And now we got the score for Tiger Takamura. It's 50.89.
And that puts him through as well. Just waiting for one more score to come to confirm Filippo's entry into the semifinal.
Absolutely. Filippo will be, I think, he's going to secure himself the top spot, 2-7. So,
yeah. All right, so waiting for next rider.
Not only has Filippo checked himself through to the next round, he is actually the top seed out of heat number 1.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice. Well done, Filippo. All right. Waiting for you, Scaffolding from Australia. Rider number 2, heat number 2, junior man, wakeboard quarterfinals.
There we go. Let's see Luke what he's got. He's been actually training out in America. And, now he's here with his old fam. And, he's actually part Italian. So he's definitely stoked to come to this competition. And Mew Cabral. Switching that board around real quick. Skirting away from that buoy. There's the Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. Handle pass with the
Coming
tantrum.
in switch right now. What's he going to do? Cap 5? Oh, yeah.
Yo.
Cap 5.
One more.
And then, oh, switch Scarecrow.
Yeah, nice choice at the end of the pass number 2, adding some points anyway. You know?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's rough going down there, man.
And you know, at this rate, Delta can keep that board.
Oh, yeah. He don't need it. He'll go out there and make it happen anyways. He's Aussie.
All right, absolutely. He's doing a fantastic job out there. Beautifully executed moves. Now, I mean, you've probably had more than your fair share of board bags and boards that have been lost by the airlines and stuff. Does that rattle you?
It does because you know what I mean. Your gear is your gear, but at the end of the day, when you're there, when you're here to compete, you're here to do something. You just gotta send it. You just gotta go. You know, there's no pulling back. So.
All right, back to the game. Pass number 2, Luke Scafidi.
Indy Scarecrow.
This one's going to be a highly competitive heat number 2. That much I can tell. There's the whirly bird 5.
No, it was a whirly.
Just a straight up whirly. No additional rotation there. Look at that.
Big tootsie right there. We're going to see the skeezer.
Yeah, Bob.
There it is. Switch chromo.
Once again forward right now, and that's
I think he's
it.
going to be done with it. He's stoked with it.
Yeah.
Came home dry and pretty solid run. Oh, he started off with a wrap KGB.
Yep, that was the trick that we missed out due to our instant replay on pass number 1. But here's his second move coming into the wake, going toe side.
Yeah, wrap KGB, Indy Scarecrow, and then followed up by the. What he did
It's
here.
37 for Leonardo Steiner.
Whirly. Sí, sí, sí. No, perfecto. Perfettissimo.
Just absolutely just stomping these moves, you know. And I don't think there's going to be a free pass out of heat number 2. I mean the percentages. I mean it's 50%. I mean you've got 3 places between 6 riders. I mean that's easy enough to work out. But so far we've seen a 37 from Leonardo Steiner. We're going to see something I would say a little bit bigger from Luke, you know. So they're going to have to send it out there to prove a point and make sure that they belong through to the semifinals.
Absolutely, absolutely. They got to go out there and give everything they got.
You know, when you just pick 1 out of 5, you know, it's not good for the show. I mean, and 3 out of 5 is something that is more relaxed.
Exactly, totally.
So let's wait for Julian Zebedee from Ireland. We had our friends from Ireland, Mr. David O'Keefe, in the last days, helping us with commentating.
Yeah, he had to go to something called a wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know what all that is about.
I don't know.
It happens.
I haven't got there yet, so.
You know, you're planning wedding way before, so you cannot predict where you have been.
Or you cannot even plan your wedding.
Yeah,
You never
exactly.
know what happens.
Here he comes. Nice 360. So come on, Julian. Once again on the toe side for the Scarecrow, of course. Back again on forward regular stance. Nice back 360. Little trouble on the landing, but anyway, land. One more on the toe side for the Tootsie Roll, and something went wrong during the landing. What happened there?
Yeah, he didn't probably get the takeoff that he wanted. Heel side, frontside 3 was good, and then had a little bit of trouble in that back 3 on the takeoff, and then it pulled him forward, but he was able to ride away from it. And maybe he still had his mind on that back 3, but
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately going down on that Tootsie.
It was quite intense too.
Yeah, just really working his knees, just trying to keep that board working away and casing the top of the opposing wake. So the execution mark so far for some of these moves may not be as high as he had planned for, but just take a look at this.
Yeah, landing a bit heavy on that Tootsie, a little back foot heavy, but let me tell you, it's already hard enough to go out there and do 10 tricks, so 5 and 5, but in these conditions, it's like
quite
it's like
harder.
3 times the work, so you just want to hold on with everything you got.
All right, then only 3 out of the 5 riders will move on to the semifinals. A 60% possibility.
You said only 3? What
Yeah,
do you
only
want more?
3.
What do you want
3.
more? 3 out of 5. What do you want more?
Well,
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from a perspective. Okay.
I know. Just joking. All right,
worries.
back to Julian. Just a back scratcher that you had then the pass number 1. Let's wait for pass number 2, of course.
There
As
you
we
go.
predict, maybe the easier pass between the 2 because of the wind.
Almost a bit like a fashion error towards the end there.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't want to see a fashion air in this, but
Do you remember when we used to do the fashion air as a starting trick?
I used
just
to
for fun.
I used to remember when I used to start. I used to always do the call me maybe.
Yeah.
I just put a phone up to my ear, be like, "Yo, call me up."
All right, back to the game. And the KGB.
Oh my God! Hanging
He rode
on.
away anyway. So come on, Julian, toe side. And the 5, nice.
Oh, look at this.
Get back on forward.
Oh,
Oh, nice at size 7. Unfortunately, didn't get to ride away from that landing. Too bad for Julian Zebedee. Sorry about that. Let's see the replay. Nice KGB just to start.
Just looked completely out of sorts on that one and just struggling to find his confidence and find his positioning on the board to keep on going there for Julian.
Yeah, he was landing very deep. That hill 7, he finished that hill 7 way early. But unfortunately, he landed in such a tough spot. And it's, hanging on with these conditions, it's kind of tough.
We got the score also for Luke Scafferty, Tony.
Yeah, and it's very, very close. I'll tell you how close it is between Luke Scafferty and Leonardo Steiner. It's 11 points. Look at that. No, not quite.
More.
It's actually more. I thought the score originally for Leonardo Steiner was 37, but So what is it? It's 56.89. So it's a little bit more than that, but still relatively close. Between those two, Julian Zebedee, I'm sure the marks are going to come through very, very soon. But our next rider coming to us from the United States of America, Cody Honeycutt.
Yes, sir. Cody Honeycutt, not a stranger to competition. This kid is really good. He's been training and living with Mike Dowdy, if you guys know who that guy is, huh? One of the game changer wakeboarders that
Dirty Mike.
we actually had the pleasure of riding and growing up with, and he's actually living with Mike down in the States, riding with him, filming him a bunch. They do a bunch of cool stuff together, so pretty excited what Cody got in store for us today.
All right.
Let's wait for that.
Let's see if if his runs are going to be up to snuff. I mean, 3 competitors out of this men's heat 2 of 5 total competitors will advance through to the semi-final of these championships.
All right, let's see what Cody's got for his first outside of America competition, I think. Oh, Indy, frontside, nose, frontside 360, landed funny wrap. Pretty tough in these conditions.
Tantrum to blind.
Blind. I think he was going for that nuclear grab. Cab roll.
Wow. Nice stretch on that.
Yeah, grabbing a melon, opening it up. Indy rolled a blind, going early for that. That was sweet. That was a pretty good pass. Killed it.
Beautiful pass, number 1
Look
for
at a little bit of
Cody.
steez on that. Wanted to shifty it out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to follow us all week long.
Absolutely. You'll get instant notification of when the events are streamed live. As soon as they are streamed live. Hit that bell.
ding.
All right, just
Let's
looking
see
at
in
this.
the replay. Here it comes, beautiful method out of Cabral. And back to the game.
Wrapping it up. Wrap heel 9. So Filippo is not the only rider that got that trick in this division. So,
However, what's different is that he fell, and that's his first fall that he can have. He has now expended his mulligan, so to speak, and now he has the length of between where he fell and the starting dock to throw some of his best moves down, because he's got a lot of ground to make up.
Do you think he's going to try another one before the ending?
I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure we're going to see the Moby Dick at some point. That's one of his signature tricks. But maybe, yeah, I guess if you want to just get in some of his competitors' heads and just like let me show you that I got that trick as well. You might
I think it's the right moment to try.
All right, here we go. We have got on the water Cody Honeycutt.
Oh, he's back up, wrapped up. Wrap heel 5.
Coming in.
Here's the Moby Dick.
And that's it.
That's going to be it for him. So,
yeah,
pretty solid run.
Here he comes again on the replay. Wrap 5. And now we got 25 for Julian Zebedee.
So as it stands right now, with 2 scores to come in, including Cody Honeycutt, whoever's in the lead at this point is through to the next round of the competition. And Luke Scafidi with 56.89, I believe, is currently heading the top of that leaderboard at the moment, and that's with 2 riders left to go. The leader through to the next round of the competition, which is the semifinal, I believe.
Exactly. I'm pretty excited about this next rider that we got coming up, Mr. Camille Chirot. This kid is an absolute shredder. You name it in the water, he could do it. Wake skate, cable, boat. He's just such an all-around rider. I enjoy this kid a lot. Such a good person and good rider. So he's actually the brother of Jules Chirot, one of the best cable riders out there right now. So I'm pretty excited to watch him ride. Such a beast. Let's go, Camille. Give it up for Camille Chirot.
All right.
All right, so Camille Chirot now, I think he now has a bit of a sense of what it's going to take to advance through. Obviously, you've seen Cody Honeycutt do what he just did there, but he can only make an assumption as to how many points that's going to be. What he can do is try and produce a run that's over 56.89, and if he does that, then that definitely moves him through to the semifinals.
Absolutely.
Very patient, being very, very cagey out there.
Once again, nice back 3.
That's what you got to do. You got to play it smart. You got to use your head. You actually had the advantage of watching everybody else ride. There's a front to fakie right there.
Yeah, never seen him. Once again, heel 7 at the very end.
And then just building it up just like that, you know, and then throw a nice heavy trick down at the end, and that's going to build his confidence.
Step by step. All right, let's see again the replay of this beautiful pass number 1 for Camille Chirot from France, still heat number 2, junior man, quarterfinals. I want to see that front to fakie.
All right, then, and just looking through, look at these spins, and And you know the wind's died down a little bit
we're back
now.
live.
No.
Falling on that K.
But that's his first fall of 2. He could still conjure up some magic between here and the dock.
Yeah, but you lose too much. All right, let's see what's happened in the landing of the KGB.
He just looked like he missed the handle off the top of the wake. But he's got it. He's got it. Please, people, give it up for Camille. Give it up for these riders. They're out here sending it for all of us. So, yeah, let's go, Camille.
Vive la France. All right. That's Matteo Fumagalli. That's Massimiliano Pifretti.
Who are you?
I'm Tony Lightfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a mystery man.
All right, let's wait for Camille.
There we
Show
go.
us something more
There we go.
between there and the white buoy.
Yeah, definitely going to lose a little bit of course since he fell first trick, second pass. But he's got a pretty solid run going down, stomping that nose heel 7 at the end. And let's see. He's going to go. I think he's going to get back up. He's going to get a KGB back in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see him.
Starting from there again.
Exactly, because I saw him the other day, started off with that KGB, so.
Let's see.
The power
going on the
opposite
toe
side.
side.
There's plenty of power in that Centurion towboat to get up to speed with that amount of ballast in there. Let's see what he's got.
Here he comes. And the Tootsie Roll.
Now, what does he do? What has he got here?
Switching it up.
I go the KGB right here. There we go.
Nice.
There we go, nice and clean.
And that's it for Camille Charot from France, closing the heat number 2 of the junior men quarterfinals. And coming next at the heat number 3, we will give you the name of the next 5 riders.
Semi-final.
All right.
All right, just trying to stay hydrated. My good friend here, my newfound friend from Italia there, Massimiliano.
Oh yeah, gotta stay hydrated. It's hot out here, baby.
I'll tell you how hot it is exactly. Let me give you the temperature. 31 degrees Celsius, 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity currently at 80%.
Damn, Tony with the stats and the facts.
It's like being on a plane with you, you know?
Well, I mean,
you're the captain.
It helps if you have a tablet next to you and Google.
I mean, I'm not as well prepared as you guys, but you guys look so official and perfect. Love it, love it, love it.
Oh, shucks.
Thanks, Marcy.
Oh, it's true. It's awesome.
All right, nice view from the dock, where you can see Jair Souza from Brazil, first rider of the hit number 3. 3 hit out 4.
Still trying to find out some scores. The last 2 remaining scores in heat number 2. We've already provisionally put Luke Scafidi from Australia through to the next round of the competition on the basis of the fact that with those 2 scores remaining, he currently has the lead, total of 56.89. We're into heat number 3 right now, so we've got a little bit of a backlog of scores per se. But with all of that in mind, we bring on Brazil's Jair Souza. Now, what information do you have on him, Massi?
I know that this guy rides with one of my good friends, Mr. Mareko. And yeah, he's one of my good friends, and I grew up actually riding with him quite a bit at IWWF. We used to do all kind of World Cups together and stuff. So I was probably 11 years old, or actually, maybe like 13. And yeah, we traveled around and did a bunch of contests together. So much respect for Marcelo. And he makes Brazil stand on the map with all these riders. So here we go, starting off with a whirly.
And the Tootsie, of course.
Starts off with a whirly and follows up with a Tootsie Roll. Here he comes in.
Nice 5 off axis. Once again. Come on, yeah. Nose grab, 360.
Felt fairly early on in his first pass yesterday,
Nice
but
crawl.
today
And the
he
crawl more
is on his game.
Well done so far. Nice pass, number 1 for Jair Souza from Brazil.
Nice, nice. He actually killed it. Went out mellow chromo at the end, so got a pretty solid grab.
What's the trick you prefer to do when you're out chilling?
When I'm chilling,
Yeah.
I love me some rewinds, man. Like, I love go one direction and back the other direction and try to poke the grab as much as possible. And just really, when I get my hand on that board, I really don't want to take it off.
Right.
Just make it look nice and solid, you know?
Back to the game. Pass number 2, the Moby Dick. Nice. Switching it up. I miss, but it should be an off cab roll.
I think it was maybe a cap 5 or a...
Yeah.
Or
We
a
just
cab
missed
roll.
from the screen.
Yeah.
We're gonna check it out from the replay. The KGB coming next.
Yes, sir.
Once again. Toe side backward to Riva. We got one more.
Oh, case in the top of the wake, and
Switch toe 5.
and he fell right on top of the white buoy as well, so he doesn't have the chance to use the mulligan, so to speak.
Yeah, he was basically at the end of the course, so he fell on his last trick, and he had a pretty solid run, so I would be stoked if I was him, and yeah, now he can go back to the dock and just enjoy watching the other riders ride and see if he's going to make it through. Oh, yeah, no, it was actually a cab roll.
Yeah.
You got it, Fumats. You got it. I thought he might have did a off-axis 5, but it was just really out the back, but you got it.
Yeah.
That KGB nice and
Nice.
smooth.
And I mean, that's the thing as well. And I wanted to ask you about this. I mean, you train all the time, every single opportunity you can. Obviously, at the moment, you're not in a position to because you're injured. But do you work on kind of contingencies and outs for certain moves if it doesn't all go to plan, like switch the grip, switch the grab, and or do something else? You know, do you work on those a little bit to invoke that?
It kind of depends. I think if I'm in a final, I'm just gonna go, as you say, balls to the walls, and just kind of just give her all you got, and then you know, try to make everything look good and steezy and just kind of be different. But obviously, yeah, the semifinals and the earlier rounds are a little bit the ones where you just kind of want to, you know, make sure you get through. And if you see somebody else not having such good a run, you could just, you know, change a few grabs and stuff like that.
So, I mean, for example, I mean, if you came into the wake and you wanted to do something like a back wing, I mean, you could easily section that off and do like an off-axis 5, probably, hey?
Yeah, but like, I mean, if I was gonna go to do, like, obviously I'd go to a bat wing, I'll do a bat wing to blind or something like that, and just kind of keep it nice and chill, and just, you know, I don't know if I would change the total trick, you know what I mean? Like, I think if I'm set to do a trick, maybe I'll take a 180 off of it or just kind of switch to grab, but not really change the actual trick.
All right, then. Excellent stuff. So let's bring on Diego Monsalve.
From Mexico.
And this is either going to be a high revolution spin or the KGB. Let's have a look. KGB.
Yeah, you got it. Here it comes. Nice. Held cab roll, Newt.
Got a little hang up there on the takeoff. Oh.
Nice tree. Maybe he wanted something more than a 360. Let's see. Nice dum-dum.
Getting pulled back forward, but holding on.
Well, and his head's bobbing up and down, tell you what.
And the switch scarecrow.
Yeah, Switch Scarecrow.
Wow.
Probably wanted to go for a skeezer right there.
Beautifully executed there with the KGB to get things up and running. You know, that's always a good confidence boost when you can send something out there that wide with the conditions of the way that they are and be able to stick the landing.
Nice pass number 1 so far for Diego Monsalve from Mexico. Rider number 2 of this heat number 3. We are still here for the Junior Men quarterfinals, day number 4 of this week of World War Championship here in Lago del Salto.
Regionale Lazio, Comune di Riati.
All right, back.
There we go, there we go. The Italian's coming in hot. There we go.
Boom, look at that.
Heel 5. It was a cap 5, honestly.
Boom.
Backside 5, just barely slipping up. Yeah, slipping out on that back 5.
Here it comes.
But this is good stuff, though. I mean, he expended his mulligan on this particular move right here, which is a frontside, a backside 5 to blind. But unfortunately, he fell at that point, which is the bad news. The good news, he still has a little bit more of that second pass to come, and he might be able to throw something to at least keep him in contention as being one of the top 3 riders in heat number 3. We're about 2 riders out of 5 in, you know, so he wants to keep himself in contention there.
Yeah, exactly. He fell second trick out of his second pass, so he's still got fair few ways to go. I think he can probably squeeze 2 more tricks in, and let's see if he's going to go back for that back 5, or what's he going to do, if he's going to switch it up. Or
I see falling right there. I see sometimes doing something basic, not at the right speed, and then pull the last very one.
Totally.
Or something bigger.
Totally.
Let's see if it's pretty the same.
Get up to speed.
Yeah, for Diego. So come on, Diego.
He's back on his heels. Oh, T to B. Oh, landing deep.
And
almost saved it, and that nose just went down.
That ain't going to help him. That probably do more to eliminate him from further contention in this competition.
He had it. He literally got an other wave outside from the wind and just...
Yeah, he couldn't ride away after the landing, unfortunately, for Diego Monsalve. Coming next from Australia, please welcome Mr. Hayden Brew.
And let's talk about this kid, Mr. Hayden Brew. Look at that. We got Corey Tunison, Sam Brown, some of the heavy hitters from Australia just there supporting him. This kid just the other day landed his first double tantrum behind my boat, and then right after that, in 2 seconds later, 3 tries, a double tantrum to blind. So he's got some big tricks in the bag. So this kid is an absolute sender, and I'm excited to see what he's got going on.
All right, let's see.
Aussie, such a strong team, strong individuals, strong spirit, strong riders. Here we go, Hayden Brew.
Yeah, and they are playing at home in the next World War Championship, no?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, waiting so for Hayden Brew from Australia, rider number 3.
So is that breaking news that you have for us, that the next Worlds is possibly there?
I hear so.
I hear so too.
You know, I can say nothing for sure. We are just commentating and predicting.
Okay. We're just trying to keep the good folks informed. But if they get the latest news of the next World Championships, even though we're in the middle of the current ones, you know, it's start planning, start budgeting for that.
Yeah, start looking for flights, start looking for tickets.
All right, up to you, Massey.
All right, Mr. Haydo Brewy. Starting off his first pass. Let's see what he's got. Doing it for Ronix Wakeboards. Oh, hillside nose grab frontside 3. Switching that board around. Cap 5. Once he got that nuclear Moby Dick. Oh, that was such a sick way to do a Moby Dick.
Yeah.
Just barely casing the wake. Damn. Yeah, it looked like even on that front side 3 didn't get the best pop he wanted, but it's so rough going down. It's heavy, like
Yeah.
heavy on the knees, hard to keep your edge consistent.
Very
Just a
close
lot
to
of
the red
work.
buoy after the landing on that 540. And let's see here the beautiful.
Look at the way he does this. He just takes off, takes it super up, grabs nuclear, and then passes the handle late, and just literally barely cased it and going down.
And maybe one of the most difficult grab.
All right, then we've confirmed the final two scores. We knew that Luke Scafidi was through to the next round. That much we knew with 56.89. What we didn't know was the remaining two riders. Cody Honeycutt with 49.44, marginally ahead of Camille Charot with 42.89. Leonardo Steiner and Julian Zebedee eliminated from further contention.
Yeah, that was a pretty tough heat right there. They all kind of rode pretty much the same, very close, and yeah. So the boys.
Yeah, I'm sorry for Leonardo.
Yeah, we're sorry for our Italian Leo, just barely missing out.
Yeah, but that's the game. Anyway, back to Hayden Brew, waiting for pass number 2.
Looks like Hado's just gonna chill. Gonna try to give her hell on the way back with his wind behind him. So let's see what he's got. Boat's turning around right now. It's good to be in Italy, man. It's good to be out here eating good, you know, feeling great. It's hot. We got a bunch of people on the shoreline. What do you think, Tony?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I mean, like, Italy's pretty much my second home away from home, you know.
There we go. That's what I like to hear. Fumaz, cosa ne pensi?
Mi piace sempre stare qua.
Way, Hado going down on that nuclear Moby Dick again.
Yeah.
And with the early falls from Diego and Hayden, that could, I mean, so far as the percentages are concerned, I mean, you got 3 coming out of this heat number 3. That could dictate a lot of what goes on afterwards with the remaining 2 riders.
Yeah, let's see again on the replay. Nice nuclear grab and also the spin.
It looks like he just dipped the head a little bit too much on the landing. Oh, my God. Super unfortunate.
Yeah, and the one that he fell before, it was just too short, and this time he wasn't short. But anyway,
okay.
Sorry about that.
All right, the score for Yasuzu is 59.0. Monsalve's score was 39.33. Based upon what we've seen out of Hayden Brew, I'm speculating that Yasuzu might have done enough to make it through with the 2 riders remaining as the lead score right now.
All right, here we go. Our man unit from Italy.
As we used to say in Italy, Mr. Igor Colombo.
Mr. Igor Colombo, a unit of a man. Getting it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some 3 from Igor. I'm trying.
They've dedicated a whole zip code to him.
Exactly. I'm pretty excited to watch him ride right now.
All right, so just back me up.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Come on, Igor.
Coming straight out of Lecco from our home lake, huh, Fumas?
Yeah.
We say what's up to Melo and Heidi, probably watching right now.
Yes, watching the broadcast for sure. Let's see, come on, Igor Colombo from Italy, rider number 4. Here he comes with the whirlay just to start.
Super easy.
Yeah, it's a safe trick. 2 side in the bracket, 2 river. Once again, his side, big backside 360.
Nice little steez.
Wow, the back 5. He got some problem with his ankle in the last few days, but it doesn't seem this effect his run.
And a cap
just
180 of Axis.
Just
Nice.
absolutely squashing those waves on the outside of the wakes, you know, as if they were nothing.
Dude, he's just cruising. I love his, like, he just comes in and he's super mellow, super chill, and making it look good.
Right, nice pass number 1 from Igor Colombo. Let's wait again.
Yeah, Steezy back 3, just shifting it out a little bit.
Let's see what he's gonna pull on the pass number 2. Almost there.
We got a score for Hayden Brew of a 14.11, which basically gifts Jas Souza his place through to the next round of the competition with two scores remaining. Here we go.
Nice 5 inside 540.
So
maybe a cup 5.
Yep.
Once again.
Wow, back
now
mob.
back mob. Here he comes, and the crow mob. Switch riding right now.
Ah, that was Steezy, cuff stale. No, cuff melon, toe back 3.
Wow.
Okay, roll the blind.
Roll the blind just at the end. So, super run from Igor Colombo from Italy. Well
Solid.
done, Igor. You can never
Solid
predict what
run.
he's gonna do.
Oh, you never know. You never
Yeah,
know.
I
And he
think-
switches that board
Yeah.
around like here and there. You just don't know what. He almost thinks that he forgets his pass midway through and just kind of cruise it. I watched him yesterday on the dock, and he just shows up and is like, yo, look at the way I'm riding. And he has half of a fin. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, there's only a couple things that you got to do. You just got to look at your board, your life jackets, and a couple things. And
You've got one job.
you got one
Yeah.
job, and he's just
It's
just
always
super
it's
mellow.
always been like this since he was a child, you know.
Cruising.
All right, well done again,
Look
Igor.
at this. Look at this, though. Calf. Look
Wow.
at that.
Blind approach.
Cuff, melon, toe back 3. And, that was a stand-up both passes, so.
Well, the execution's certainly there, and the composition score must be off the charts, because I mean, there was a great deal of originality with that.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. Igor coming off strong here in the semifinal, no, in the quarterfinal. Sorry, my bad.
There we go. There's the Centurion, 5,400 pounds of maximum weight you can stuff into that boat. And I don't know what you drive in the United States. You tend to make that your home, but that's the equivalent of having a GMC Sierra quad cab.
Oh, wow. It's pretty heavy. I drove a truck too, but not that heavy.
All right, we got one more rider on this heat number 3, junior man, quarterfinal. I'm talking about Mr. Pablo Monroy from Mexico. We spent the night with Pablo at the Greek Turismo.
Oh, yeah.
Play with some Sambuca, of course.
Of course.
So come on, Pablo.
So tell me more about this Greek taverna.
Sorry?
So tell me more about this Greek situation here with Pablo. You went to a Greek restaurant or something?
No. It's just an alcohol plane. If you want, you can try. We got our trainer that is a master on that.
Maybe.
You can compete if you want, Tony.
Oh.
I bet on you.
Oh, no. Just leave me completely out of that situation. Here comes Pablo Monroy from Mexico, getting the boat speed set up. He has a pretty darn good idea of what it's going to take to advance through to the next round. I would say anything more than 39.33 would do the trick. Massey, take it away.
All right, starting off with a whirly. Switching it up, cab roll. Followed up by a scarecrow. Hillside, frontside 5. And he's gonna go skeezer. Oh, no,
my
going
God.
down.
Oh, and he went down hard.
Trying to secure that handle and then just came forward and caught the edge.
Nice whirly board as a first trick. And then he's switched it up for the half cab roll. Here he comes. No grab him, but anyway, so stylish.
Getting nice and laid out, man.
Once again on switch, so maybe it was a switch scarecrow. Yeah. Anyway, despite the first fall, good pass from Pablo Monroy.
Yeah, we still got, he's the last of this heat, right?
Yeah.
So we got a full...
It's just playing more relaxed maybe.
Exactly. He got to see what everybody else did, so he kind of knows what he's got to do to punch his ticket onto the semifinals. Look at that chromo just...
Too bad on that chromo, it was beautiful.
Yeah, he had it and went and grabbed the handle, and fortunately...
So it's going to put a great deal of pressure upon his shoulders. I mean, as soon as he gets up, he's got to think, okay, I've still got a chance here. I still need to do the work and throw down something that's more than 39.33 for all intents and purposes to advance through, because 39.33 is good enough for second place for Diego Monsalve right now.
Did we got the score from Haydenbrew?
Yes, 14.11. Right. He's eliminated.
All right.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna have to reach in his bag of tricks and just start pulling out the most safe tricks he's got. But with a little bit of technicality enough that it's good enough to make him go through. So,
does he go for the red pill or the blue pill?
Take them both.
Here he comes.
That was an indie grab. I don't know if you really wanted a bowing out of that.
Oh, hello. We lost the screen.
I lost the screen, but he's still up and riding. Try to turn around and see what he did.
Yeah.
There's the dum-dum. Oh, no.
He was keeping the handle. All right, here he is.
I told you in these situations in the quarterfinals, you don't want to let go of that handle. If you're going down, you're going to want to do anything you can to stay on your feet.
All right, so that's all for the heat number 3. We got just missed one hit more with 5 riders.
And 3 advancing.
Yeah, we want to tell you the name in just a few seconds.
Yeah, waiting on a couple scores, but pretty solid showing from this heat number 3. And unfortunately,
we just kept the handle for a few more seconds.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Try to do the Sean Murray tumble turn. And if you guys are around, come over and check it out. We got like the full history of wakeboards.
Yeah, just behind us.
Just behind us.
So here is the name for the heat number 4, starting from Argentina with Santino Robuski, going to Ukraine with Mikola Petrov Yeshenko, and then Switzerland with Jérôme Faure, Great Britain with Joseph Humphreys, and closing with Italian Stefano James Comollo.
With style. We're going to close this heat off with style. We got one of the best riders out here.
Oh, 65.55 for Igor Colombo.
Wow.
That's enough to send him through too. So, I mean, we're looking for one more score. So, I mean, Pablo Monroy, that performance there behind us needs to be over 39.33 to see him advance. Otherwise, Diego Monsalve goes through.
And that secures the top spot for Igor. So that's going to be fairly good for him. So tomorrow he's going to start a little bit later.
Yeah.
So he's going to get to see a couple of the riders before him.
Cool for him.
Yeah, he's actually the top scorer, because now he goes into one of the 2 semifinals in the odd-numbered scores as the top rider towards the end.
Exactly. So congratulations, Igor.
All right, waiting for Santino Robuski, opening the heat number 4. Right here, right now. Almost there. Come on, Santino.
Doing it for Argentina.
Starting toe side, bat wing.
To get things up and running. Let's see what we've got. Look at that.
And, KGB, of course.
No wrap involved with that one at all.
Toe side again with the Tootsie Roll. Keeping his switch toe side, 5 of axis.
Off axis.
Nice one. And that's it, I think, for the pass number 1. Good job so far for Santino Robuski for Argentina.
Nice bat wing to set things off there, Massey.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he actually got the full grab on that, but mixed it up with the KGB right here, and then, yeah, that was a pretty solid first pass. Let's see what Santi's got. He's actually been in America as well, training. That was a pretty solid run, so let's see what he's got for us coming back. Let's see if he's going to try to step it up a little bit more.
All right, back. Oh, it was a 360 off axis. Something went wrong during the takeoff, maybe.
But that's his mulligan, though. I mean, that's the one fall that he's allowed. So he does have a bit of space to get up to speed and throw a few moves down before he hits the second and final buoy. Let's have a look. Heat 3 in the quarterfinals. Igor Colombo with 65.55. Ja Souza with 59. And Diego Monsalve in third place. He's through to the next round of the competition. Pablo Monroy, we say goodbye to him with 34.78. And Hayden Brew with 14.11.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of a bummer to say goodbye to Hayden. He was definitely one of the top contenders in this division. But, you know, contest is contest, and the conditions are not the best. But we wish all the boys the best of luck, and yeah, let's get back to the water and see what the guys got for us.
So, statistically speaking, the last two riders in each of the heats that we've had so far have secured their spots through to the next round. The last two in Heat 1, last two in Heat 2, and the last two in Heat 3, they've all gone through. So the top seeds are actually coming through. They're the cream of the crop right now.
Yeah.
All right, back to the game. Come on, Santino. Here he is again.
No, Santi going down on a toe 7.
Why? Oh.
So that's back-to-back fall for Santi.
Too bad.
So that's going to be it for him.
Fortune is destiny himself.
Absolutely. It's never over till it's over. But, yeah, I mean, he actually did the hard part, like going down against the wind. So he was trying to step it up on the way back, and unfortunately just missed the handle. But
yeah,
if you guys can, give it up for Santi. He can hear you guys out there, and yeah, he definitely needs to get cheered up a little bit.
Hit in the water and ready to rock. And you know, I just had a look at the boards that are situated behind me. You know, from the local Hyperlight dealer. I mean, it's basically a history of wakeboarding. I mean, all the way from the very, very first compression molded board that was produced by Hey Joe, that was endorsed by the likes of Eric Perez and Corey Picos and even Dina Mappel, you know, and now all the way down to the latest model and the shapes from Sean Murray and et al.
It's pretty crazy to see how wakeboarding has come.
Oh, look at this. Look, we're taking a look at this, and this is before he, oh my word, he expended his mulligan before he even entered the course on pass number 1.
Let's talk about this rule. This rule is interesting.
I don't think this counts as a fall. So he's gonna get back up and actually still have his mulligan because he actually fell before he even made it into the course. So well, if he would have fallen
after the
first pass on the turn, that would have counted. But he's lucky that this is not gonna count.
Okay, that's
pretty lucky.
So yeah, little fortuitous in that regard, and obviously I need a little bit more innate understanding of the rules so far as their approach going into pass number 1. So he's not going to be penalized for that fall.
No,
absolutely not. He didn't make it into the course.
Okay, all right then. So that's a Centurion towboat making its a counterclockwise turn.
But let's just say that by doing that, you know, if he, like, the boat can take off and go again, but, like, you might lose, like, the boat might not get up on speed in time for your first trick, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've just cut down its acceleration curve. All right, then, here we go. We have got Mykola
Leshenko from Ukraine. All right, let's see.
If I'm not wrong, he's actually been training here at Club Nautico Barco Sabino.
Nice, rarely we don't use to see.
Oh.
Some problem with that Tootsie.
I don't know what
Everything
happened with that one.
Yeah, kind of got hang up upside down. Started off with the Rayleigh, getting fully extended.
Yeah.
And then look at this. He kind of goes into a scarecrow, but he wanted to go the opposite way. Look at that. Look at that. And then he missed the handle and kind of back-edged a little bit.
All right, so let's wait for Mykola Petrov Yashenko, rider number 2. This last heat, heat number 4 of the junior men quarterfinals. We got 5 riders, and that would be all for day number 4, Tony. And tomorrow and Saturday,
it'll be semifinals and finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The big days coming up. So
we're moving ever closer to the big Bugaju, the Saturday, to determine the champions of the world.
Absolutely. All the riders just trying to figure out everything they need to figure it out to bring in competition tomorrow and the next day. So last few adjustments before the big days.
All right. I think 2 more tricks. Here's the Tootsie and again the fall. What's happening with the heat number 4?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
I feel so
Too
bad.
Yeah.
And all that means basically is that between the opening 2 riders, they're really handing spots through to the semifinals for the remaining 3 riders, just basically on a platter.
I mean, it's tough. The conditions are really tough, and riding with this much wind, and it's never easy. So
I'm not saying it's going to be easy for them, but it's just going to be a little not quite as hard.
Yeah, totally. But probably he was thinking that those are tricks that he never fails on. So he was definitely just trying to send it, try to go in and try to punch his ticket through, and unfortunately, going down again on that Tootsie, just leaning back too much on the landing instead of trying to stay over the board a little bit more.
All right, sorry about that, Mykola. And then we got next rider from Switzerland, Mr. Jérôme Faure.
All right, then Jerome Faure from Switzerland, and Switzerland over the last few days certainly haven't had the best run of things, at least so far as one rider is concerned, who is watching us while she's recuperating in the medical facility in Switzerland. That's Deborah Lutoff, and the injury that she sustained a few days ago. You can actually rewatch the performance if you feel inclined on one of our previous webcast players on the TWBC YouTube channel. It was pretty horrific. It was a sight that you don't want to see.
Yeah, we're sending you so much love, Deborah, and we're wishing you a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming out and doing your best. And we're sorry that happened to you, but you'll be back stronger.
All right, then, with that in mind, let's see if Jerome can take a portion of those good vibes that you just sent out there, Amasi, and conjure up something that would put him among the top 3, enough to send him through to the semi-final of the junior men's.
All right, we got 26 points, 78 from the Santino Robuski, waiting for the other score for Mykola.
Yeah, exactly.
Despite
from
the
Ukraine.
2 falls, unfortunately, we just lost some show.
So if this score from Mykola Yashenko Petrov is enough to take the lead, I doubt whether it will be. But if that score from Santino Robuski is enough for the lead after the first 2 riders, then that's the marker laid down for the remaining 3 wakeboarders.
All right, let's go. Here we are in the tantrum.
Not a bad start coming in. Toe side looks like it's going to be a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Back again in forward stance. Here he comes, back 3. Top 5. Here we go, Jerome. Nice nose grab inside, front side 360. Nice pass, number 1.
Exactly what the doctor ordered there, Massey.
Yeah. He just stood up, had a pretty solid first pass, and excited to see if he's going to step it up on the way back. That's all he needed to do, just put down a nice pass and build up some confidence and get ready for the second pass.
Okay, now let me ask you a question, and I'm sure that a lot of people are looking at these flips and looking at these spins, that kind of thing. Now, if you were to offer a tip to say someone who's starting out in wakeboarding wants to clean up their flips and that kind of stuff, how would you actually control their rate of spin? Do you bring the handle up? Do you bring it down? Do you bring it in?
It just kind of depends. Every trick is a little bit different, but I definitely would say keep your hands nice and close to your body. Don't let them go too out.
All right, we just lose a front roll and a Moby Dick in the meantime. Here he comes, another Tootsie Roll.
Making up some time here, going fast, back to back.
He's not losing any space here. Oh, something went wrong on that off-axis spin, but it's not a problem. It's just like very quiet, close to the red buoy. What do you think? Is in or is out?
I think they got to give him another go. It's just behind it. It's just behind it. Yeah, the boat's coming back.
Yeah, he's got about 130 meters to go before the second white buoy.
Look at that. He's being super honest, too. There's no swimming at all. And I can hear people just go, swim, swim. But he's just being completely honest, so they got to pick him back up.
He's not listening to the peanut gallery at all.
He's kind of drifting down a little bit because of the wind. I saw it. He looked behind it, so let's give him another go for sure.
One more trick.
And he's certainly getting plenty of encouragement from Lolo in that towboat. Yeah.
All right, so he's going to have time for just one more trick. What is it going to be?
Well, we'll see if it's going to be over 26.78 because the latest point score total means that anything over 26.78 will see him through to the next round of the competition. Let's see what he's got.
It's on the hillside again, so maybe another spin. No.
Whirly.
Wow.
That's whirly. And that should be enough. He started the move before the white buoy. Or did he? Look at that. Would that have been counted?
Yeah, that looked like it would have been counted for sure.
Anyway, it's good for the show.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to tell from that angle whether he was actually level or over, but that's why we have officials in the boat, because they are in the better position to make that determination, not us.
Not us. We're just here to commentate.
We're just slubs.
We're just here to look.
And look pretty.
Yeah, and entertain you guys.
Well, maybe you can look pretty. I've never looked pretty in my entire life.
That's not true, Tony.
Oh, okay.
We're all pretty inside.
Okay, wants to go and pick flowers and play a violin or something like that.
That's the best thing, you know.
All right, sitting on the dock, nice view from the dock, is Mr. Joseph Humphreys from Great Britain. Waiting.
I'm hearing 36.2 called from a rider.
Yes, sir.
That's about maybe about 22.5 miles an hour, I would say.
Yep. So his rope length will probably be around like 75. I would hope so.
Now, those rope lengths do vary because, I mean, I spoke to Wanley this morning. He goes with a 70-foot line, which on the grand scheme of things seems to be really, really short.
Yeah, but as I told you already, like sometimes when the wake is not as big as you're used to at home or whatever, like you want to go a little bit slower and shorter in order to like get the wake nice and big and nice and perfect the way you want it.
All right, and also another thing in relation to ropes is handle width. What kind of handle width are we looking at?
I mean, it just kind of depends. It just kind of depends just based on your whatever you prefer. You know, but like, I mean, I think they're all pretty much the same. But like the grips can change and can vary quite a bit. So.
But I mean, riders come in all shapes and sizes, from the very small to the huge rider. So obviously, you want to be able to pass that handle behind your back, and for someone who's a fairly large stature, you want that handle as wide as possible to be able to grip. Exactly. Conversely, if you're small, if you go with too long of a handle, then it could actually mess up your handle pass.
Yeah, totally. But I mean, I've never really looked into that too much, but it was, you know, something that I've always liked, super light handles.
All right then, Masi. Fumats, what you got here?
Let's see.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
that's intensity right there.
I want to call that the atom bomb.
Absolutely. You're 100% right.
Yo.
Oh, no.
Started off pretty intense.
That was huge.
The atom bomb, which is the other hand hoochie.
Yeah. Nice one. Here he comes. Was the dum-dum there?
Yeah, I was going for that dum-dum. Unfortunately, missing the handle. Just kind of opening up.
All right, let's wait again. We got something more to see from Joseph Humphrey from Great Britain, and then for sure from Stefano James Comolo from Italy. Last two riders of this day in this junior men wakeboard quarterfinals.
I'm looking at the water, and it's looking like it's starting to get a little better.
Yeah.
So.
That's a good news.
That's a good news, absolutely. It was really bumpy and tough earlier. You could tell how much these riders were struggling.
Yeah. And we have seen that for the two first riders of this heat. Huh?
Absolutely.
Two falls, one after another, so too bad. All right, back again. Here he comes. Nice stalefish tantrum.
Yes, sir.
Here he comes. Here's the dum-dum again.
Unfortunately, going down again on the dum-dum.
Too bad. Let's see.
Too bad.
On the replay, beautiful stalefish tantrum.
Laying it out. And then look at this. This time grabs the handle.
Here it comes.
So grabs the handle, but his weight was still too much on his heels and ends up going down again.
All right, then, and that's really going to affect his total point score. It looked pretty optimistic from the start, but you gotta carry it through. And unfortunately for Joseph Humphreys, that could potentially gift someone like Santino Robuski through to the next round of the competition, because he looked like he was going to be on his way out, but this comes along and it could be an early Christmas present.
As we said earlier, you never know it till it's over. So let's see. Now we got our last rider.
Yeah, you know who he is.
Oh, yeah.
You know very well.
This kid actually competed in the pro division at the World Games just last week. Put himself in second place behind the heavy hitter Nick Rapa.
Wow.
And he's only 16 years old, 17 years old.
17, I think. All right, some support from Stefano Comolo. Come on, Stefanino.
Stefanino is one of the best junior riders out there right now. He's won 2 of the PWT stops in the junior men, so he's definitely the one that everybody's looking to try to beat right now. He's hot. I'm excited to see what he's got going on.
And in all actuality, if he can score bigger than 26.78, he will move himself through to the semi-finals based upon what we've seen thus far, with one outstanding score to come in from Joseph Humphreys, and obviously the score from Stefano, who is about to take to the course right now.
All right, Stefanino, let's have some fun. Masi.
Absolutely,
the pleasure
absolutely.
is yours.
This is going to be pretty fun to watch, guys. This kid absolutely shreds.
All right, our final rider of the day here at Club Nautico Varco Sabino, right here just outside of Borgo San Pietro in region Lazio, Commune Rieti.
Right, Tony.
Yeah, Tony. Getting more dialed and more dialed every time.
I try. Here we go, Stefanino.
All right, pass number 1 is yours, Masi.
All right. Coming in on his toes. What is he going to do? Bow wing back 3. Boom. There it is. Nice and easy. He's trying to pump up the crowd right now. Whirly bird. Switching it up. It's going to go. Cab 5. We saw him do the cab 9 the other day, so
yeah.
he's just kind of cruising. KGB making it look nice and easy.
One more.
One-handed, what's he got?
Yeah.
Roll to blind. Oh, there we go. Landed funny wrap too.
Yeah, super stylish. Stefano Comollo. Nice. Pass number 1. Look at that.
That first pass
Yeah.
already got him through. He was fired up. He's going out there to just make the last few adjustments. But
here he comes with a whirly after
cruising.
cheering up with the crew on the shore. Let's see what he's going to do on the pass number 2.
Let's see. He's got a pretty big bag of trick, and now he can go out there and have fun and try some stuff for the finals. You know, we see the KGB that he did here. He's got it 5-2, so.
It's coming wrap for some good spin so far. Nice, 7.
Wrap front 3 actually was.
Sorry.
I think he was going for the
rewind. Sorry, yeah.
Melon mode.
Just look at that.
Bad move.
Silhouetting
Once again.
himself.
Switch till 5. Oh, no, actually regular till 5, I think.
Only needs more than 10.11 points to advance.
Dum.
I think he did that with just 2 of those moves.
Here he comes. And the scarecrow.
What's he going to do?
And that's it.
That's it for him.
All right.
That's it, and that's our final rider. He's through to the dock and through to the semi-final here at the 2022 IWWF Wakeboard World Championships. And, I mean, what's not to like about this, Masi?
I mean, nothing. Absolutely went out there and killed it. Just a little walk through the park, super smooth, super easy. Look at that melon mob, like nothing. So, super stoked for this kid. He's ripping. Definitely punched his ticket, took the heat, and yeah, it's going to be a fun day tomorrow.
Of course it will be.
Who will be going through to the finals tomorrow? Who knows? Who knows? Only time could tell. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Masi. We want to see you tomorrow.
Absolutely.
All
absolutely.
right.
I'm just going to go and hit the bathroom.
No worries. And I tell you what, tomorrow's agenda, all semi-finals all day, under 14 girls, over 30 masters men, open women, veteran men, the whole schmear between now and the end of the day. We thank Massimiliano Prefredi for his help, for his assistance here. He's absolutely a breath of fresh air here.
Yeah, we have learned something more also today, Tony. Don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm learning all the time. You know, I mean, I come in with an open mind, you know, and prepared to learn from you guys so far as the tricks and the moves and everything and how they're called and what have you, and try and get a little deeper perspective of the sport that is wakeboarding. And I certainly appreciate having Masi and indeed yourself here, Fumat.
Thank you. So let's wait a few minutes for some new score missing, and then it could be.
Well,
for today.
Yeah, I think this score coming through is going to be the best one. I mean, it could be actually the number one seeded score. The top score that we've seen right now is 64.11 from Filippo Ciccarelli. Chiarelli, yes, I beg your pardon. I'm even learning a little bit of Italian here and there. Chiarelli with 64.11. If this score from Stefano is bigger, then he is the number one seed. He'll be at the last rider in one of the semifinals. That will drop Filippo into second place, and he will go into a separate semifinal, but as the last rider there too.
That's what happened already with this quarterfinal. So let's see if he could go on like this.
Okay.
And tomorrow we'll be here at 8.
Yes, we'll be here at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Make sure you check in with your appropriate time zone. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, which is based upon my math. It's about 1 a.m. In the early hours of tomorrow morning if you're watching us from the eastern seaboard of the United States. But obviously check your time zones. Also, if you're unable to watch us live, you can actually rewind back and see us because we actually archive as we go along as well. So you won't miss a single thing.
All right, here he is. 68.22 for Stefano Comollo. Well done, Stefano.
Yes, that's the surprise of the year, isn't it? 68.22.
Well done.
And that puts him exactly 4.11 points ahead of Filippo.
Stefano Jerome Santino.
He's through as well.
To the semifinals.
To the semifinals. So we've got all 4 heats completed. That's the only quarterfinal that we had because everything else is a semifinal on Friday. And we got semifinals on Saturday for the Open Men as well. So we've got a lot of boarding to come. Starting at 8 a.m. here, Central European summertime. My name is Tony Lightford. Here is Furmas.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow here at the 2022 IWWF World Wakeboard Championships, coming to you live from Club Nautico Vaca Sabino in Borgo San Pietro. In the region of Lazio and the commune of Rieti. So on behalf of everyone here, including the entire team at TWBC, it is ciao for now.